Okay, good morning. Welcome to the Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer show for Tuesday, August 4th. We're going to be going over today's news headlines. So once again, thanks for joining us on Facebook, YouTube, and also Sportscasters. So we're on three destinations now. We can do that now. So we will be on all three networks. We'll rotate around once in a week. Next week will be same rotation: Facebook, Sportscaster, and Twitter, and then Twitch the next week. So we will do that. Let's go ahead and send over the invitations. Let's do that for before we start today's show, and we will begin on Sportscaster. I'm gonna send over the links right now, so everybody, if you want to come on the video chat with us, you can, and I'll go to Facebook as well. So we will send over the links, so you will be able to get come on in and talk sports with us. There we go. We'll send that over to Facebook. So Facebook does have it. So please, Facebook, if you Facebook audience, if you don't see the chat video chat link, it's right below your screen. So it's on the chat room area. So that's important. So if you want to come in and stuff like that, so we will. Let's go ahead and begin with today's news headlines here on this Tuesday morning. Let's go ahead and do that. We'll switch over my share screen. We'll begin share screen breakdown. So we'll do that. And I'm going to switch it over right now, and we will go over to sportingnews.com. We'll talk about what's going on with Rutgers. Let's pull this up. Okay. Rutgers curious highlight Ray Rice in throwback uniform. So that's revealed. So that's what they're talking about. So that's Ray Rice. That's the player that did beat his Ray Rice, the player that did beat his wife in Las Vegas elevator, stuff like that. So that's what they're talking about. I know a lot of people don't like Ray Rice and stuff like that, but hey, at least they have his throwback jersey and stuff like that when he played with Rutgers University. So that's what they're talking about. Let me get the banner off the screen so you can see it a lot better. Let me get that off the screen 1 second. So get that off the screen as the overlay. There we go. So you'll see it better. So everybody, you can see it a lot better. So once again, this is from sportingnews.com. Go to sportingnews.com for more information. We will be on. Let's see if we can go ahead and move along here. Let's see what else we can talk about here on sportingnews.com. Let's. I don't think I want to talk about this. We'll talk about this right here. Okay, this came out 9 minutes ago. So waiting on the page to load. So waiting on that page to load. Give me 1 second. Page should load in a second. Let's see if I can click it a little faster so we can get it up faster. Okay, complete list of NFL players opting out of the 2020 season. So this is from Tab Hole Hop. I'm saying this name right. You can follow him at sportingnews.com. This is the updated list about the NFL players that's going to be opting out of the 2020 NFL season due to the coronavirus outbreaks and stuff like that. So gonna love it. Thanks for 192. Thanks for joining us. I appreciate the tip would you give me. Atlanta Falcons look like none. Arizona Cardinals. Baltimore has two of them, and that's Andre Smith and DeAndre Thomas. That's another guy. Now Buffalo has two of them, Eric Gaines and Stan Star Lotella, if I'm saying it right. I don't want to butcher this guy's name. So this is a very long list. So we are scrolling through it. So if you want to come on and talk about this, um, you can via the Facebook, YouTube, and Sportscaster chat rooms. Or if you want to come on video chat, you can as well. So these are your long lists right here. Now with the Washington football team, they have 3 players that's going to be opting out of the season. So once again, this is from sportingnews.com. Go to sportingnews.com. Let's see who's in. Looks like we have a like. I don't know who that is. I don't see that comment. Whoever put that like on that, thanks for that like. I appreciate it. Okay, let's see what else we'll talk about. Let's move along here. It looks like we are. Okay, NCAA NIL roundtable. That's what they're talking about. How many people inside college sports would change names, images, and unliking this rules? That's what they're talking about. So that's what they're going to be going over for college football fans and stuff like that. So Tommy Christ saying, thanks for that like. I appreciate it. You can come on anytime. You want to talk anything in the world of sports, you want to come on, we will allow you. We have the StreamYard links in the script and the Facebook description. You want to come in and talk about these articles I'm showing, you can. So we are broadcasting on 3 networks. We're broadcasting on Facebook, Sportscaster, and YouTube today. So you want to come on and talk about it, we can do that. Okay, these are your how would you reach the national letter of intent? That's what they're talking about. Proposal. Jay, write the Villanova coach. Sometimes we should address probably 10 years ago. So they should have done that 10 years ago. Now, David Shaw, this is another guy that's chiming in. He's with Stanford. He's talking about it. This is it was bringing up the Ed Bannon case. So that's one of the Ed O'Bannon. That's another guy right there. They all bringing up now. Bubba Cunningham. He's the North Carolina athletic director. I thought in short term, going to a group license model. So that's what they're talking about now. Nancy Skinner, a state senator out of California, talking about, she authored a bill about the national letters of intent. So I look at it this way. I think they should address some of the rules and regulations that the NCAA put forward and stuff like that. So I think they absolutely should go through these situations, because to be honest with you, look, the NCAA, sure, they can govern themselves and stuff like that. Sure, they don't need outside help like the government to regulate them. But the truth of the matter is, look, they have to start regulating what's going on, because look, they're going to have a lot of incidents talking about recruiting violations and stuff like that. So, and that's just the start of it. So, so if you want to comment about this article I'm showing on the screen, if you think the NCAA should fix the national letter of intent rule, you can post your comments via the Facebook, Sportscaster, and YouTube chat rooms. We are watching everybody on cameras right now, so we're making sure everybody will get a say and stuff like that. This is what will national letter of intent reform lead to further meaningful changes? I probably don't even think so. I don't even think so. I think it's probably going to be a common denominator when you look at it with college sports and stuff like that in general today with this coronavirus outbreaks and stuff like that. So to be honest with you, no, I don't think it's going to change anything. It might change the way those players pick their colleges stuff. So because they're going to be one and done, or maybe two and done. That's just how it is. Common denominator. So once again, this is from sportingnews.com. Thanks for joining us here on Sports Talk. We are live today. Okay, let's see what else we'll discuss. This is the last. Okay, looks like more like GOAT than 43 in the post birthday at the Buccaneers camp practice. So that's what they're talking about. Tom Brady, number 12. Look, he's 43 years old. Yeah. And I understand that. I mean, will he last another 2 years? Most likely will. Look at Brett Favre. He went through a lot. He lasts to his 40s. Look, if you got somebody that's 40 years old or greater or something like that, they most likely have another couple of years under their belt. I mean, sure, these people are not 20, 30 years old back when it was 10 years ago, but hey, I'm pretty sure Tom Brady will be one of those exceptions to the rule. So once again, this is from sportingnews.com. You go to sportingnews.com for more information. We will move along here on this Tuesday morning. So we all watching your let's see. I'm gonna get my screens up and see who's on Sportscaster. We'll see who's coming in on Sportscaster side. I keep tongue-tied all the time, so apologize for that. Let's see. Okay, Looky here. Thanks for joining us. Thanks for that another $100. I appreciate it. Once again, it's highly optional. If you want to do that, you can. If you don't, that's fine. Okay, let's see what else they got. Let's see what else. Looks like we covered most of the articles here on Okay, let's go ahead and play this video about Lamar Jackson. I'm going to go ahead and play this video. So let me set this video up. I'm going to get the audio set up screen. So let me get that set up. Everything's on the screen. So we will be playing that video back for you. So let me get that. And it talks about Lamar Jackson. Let me go ahead and set that up.
A quarterback as dynamic as your running back and wide receiver, people are going to question whether he can stay durable. I just feel like we have this taste in our mouth from RG3 just captivating us and then getting hurt. Even Carson Wentz having these moments and then getting hurt. Lamar Jackson is just different. He doesn't take a lot of hits. He's very selective on when he runs. He's a better thrower than we give him credit for. And I do feel like he can repeat. I feel like he has a chance to go out there and be even better. That first game this year shocked everybody. 5 touchdowns in the air, and he didn't even run. I just feel like Lamar Jackson is just scratching the surface.
I think Lamar Jackson, I'll be honest with you, I think Lamar Jackson is going to be a hell of a lot better than he's already is. Look, his running ability, that's his second to none right there. And also his throwing ability. He could throw the football a mile. So that's one thing about Lamar Jackson. So once again, this is from sportingnews.com. You go to sportingnews.com. We are going to move along, and we're going to talk more sports here. So I'm going to go ahead and see what else we're going to discuss. So I'm going to go to SB Nation. I'm going to switch over to SB Nation. I'm going to switch over those articles. I'm going to go to SB Nation, and we'll go see what's happening on SBNation.com. We'll share the audio just in case we have to play video. Okay. Okay, the Raptors are the NBA's biggest pain in the ass. So, yeah, I think they are. Most likely, and that's going to be a problem for teams in the Eastern Conference. That's absolutely going to be problems for those teams in the Eastern Conference because what? Toronto, look, they're the world champions. Look, they are the world champions. And I'm going to tell you, they most likely will make another run at that championship because they got a pretty good coach in Nick Nurse. So that's the entire benefits for that. That defense is, like I said, it's creative, versatile, and effective. So they've been absolutely effective in those games. Let's give you those numbers. This is their defensive rating. Their defensive rating is 106.8. That is good right there. So that's fifth best in the NBA. Now they went from fifth best to second best in defensive rating. So that's what we're discussing right there. So if you think, like I said, Toronto has a chance against the Lakers, you can post your comments. We will entertain your comments. So that's what we're talking about right here, the Toronto Raptors. So if you want to discuss the Toronto Raptors, you can. And I'm going to tell you, these stats right here don't lie. This is the stoutest transitional defense, only allowing 1.04 points per possession. And also, they're the second best in points off of turnovers. So they can create turnovers and get points as well. So I'm going to tell you, Toronto Raptors, I mean, this team is not going anywhere anytime soon. And I'll be honest with you, I'm glad to see that because what? These small teams and these small markets should have a chance to be a champion in the NBA. Now the Raptors, this is what they're talking about. In multiple scores, they have multiple scores in their games. They definitely have multiple scores. They have Kyle Lowry. That's one of their players. That's also they got Pascal Siakam. That's another guy. And then Fred Van Vliet. That's another guy that can be devastating for the Toronto Raptors. So I look at it this way. I think the Toronto Raptors are going to give a lot of these NBA teams fits if necessary. So once again, this is from SB Nation. You can go to sbnation.com. You want to talk about this? This is one of their scores. Fred VanVleet will show you some of the highlights of his little. I'll tell you what I'm talking about here. This is from
into the role of being the go-to guy. They isolate him as well. Duncan Robinson.
See how he tries to rebound the ball.
Here comes Fred VanVleet for
See, Fred VanVleet, this guy can go into the lane. This guy can absolutely go into the lane and make baskets. Fred VanVleet. That's one of the best. They're one of their best scorers right there. He scored that 36 points in that game the other night against the Miami Heat. So
consistently, the Heat just 3 for 10.
Say VanVleet can knock down those shots. And I'm looking to see Toronto. I'm looking to see Toronto make it in the Eastern Conference Finals. I think they're going to make it in the finals. I'll be honest with you. Sure, you're going to have the Lakers. You're going to have LeBron James, but I think Toronto most likely will get into the finals. So once again, this is from SB Nation. You go to sbnation.com. That's sbnation.com. Okay, let's talk about this. Let's discuss this. Okay, the St. Louis Cardinals story doesn't go away anytime soon. This is what they're talking about. The Cardinals' alleged casino trip was exactly how the MLB will fall. Everyone needs to get smarter. Yes, I think they should get smarter. Absolutely should get smarter. But the truth of the matter is, look, you don't know if that happened. You don't know. You don't have any clue what happened. I mean, that's what I'm trying to get to people's heads. I mean, look, before you go around assuming things like that and saying Miami was getting the coronavirus on purpose, that's just wishful thinking, if you ask me. That's just absolutely wishful thinking. I mean, you can think however you want. That's your right. You're entitled to your opinion. But the truth of the matter is you have to have legitimate facts. So this is what they're talking about right now. So if you want to comment about this, you can via the Facebook, YouTube, and Sportscaster chat rooms. We are watching the screens right now. We're making sure everybody is safe in these broadcasts. So we're going to make sure everyone is safe. So if you want to comment about this, if you're a St. Louis Cardinals fan in the South, you can do that. New reports emerged. That's what they're talking about. So they did went to a casino, but you cannot assume stuff like that because sometimes when you get these reports and stuff like that, you're going to get people that's not going to have their facts right. They're not researching. They're not doing anything that's to get their facts straight. Because you know what they do? They try to weaponize everything nowadays. They try to absolutely weaponize everything. So to make it sound like it's a fishy story. But hey, you got to be smart, folks. You got to do your research. That's important. So once again, this is from SBNation.com. You go to SBNation.com. So what else we'll discuss? And let's get some more information. We'll put this up on the screen. Okay, this is from the Falcon Holic. That's a blog site devoted to Atlanta Falcons football. NFL sets Thursday opt-out deadlines for all players. So all players must, if they want to opt out, they have to reach that deadline. It is Thursday at 4 p.m. Eastern, 3 p.m. Central in the Central Time Zone. New diagnosis for he has high-risk conditions, so that's one of them. So I tell you, they need to set these deadlines because, look, some of them are going to come out of the blue and opt out, and that's what they're going to do. I mean, that's just the way it is. We can't put it any clearer to anybody. So that's what we're talking about here. So once again, this is from SB Nation. You go to SBNation.com. SB Nation, that's the Falcons blog site. So we will let's see if I can I can move out this stream so we can switch this over or switch this out. So I'll stop this and we'll switch this back in. So we'll switch it back into SB Nation. I'm going to go back to the SB Nation page. So we can scroll back to SB Nation, and I'll put it back in. So I have to go through there. Okay, let's get back on what's okay. Okay, Katie Ledecky is swimming with a glass of chocolate milk in her hand. So let's show you that video of her with a chocolate milk in her hand. So let's do that. This is the young lady that's a young future Olympic swimmer. She tries to swim with a. So let's go ahead and put that up on the screen. So so far so good. She's holding that milk without spilling it. That's pretty good. And that's going all the way to the end. All I can say is wow. Wow. That's something right there with Katie Ledecky doing. Swimming all the way to that end right there. So that's about 100 meters. So she done pretty well without spilling that milk. So once again, this is from SB Nation. You go to sbnation.com. Okay, 9 burning questions about the Apple Owl, Jeremy Lamb, got in the NBA bubbles. That's what they're. This is from James Dodar. You can follow him at sbnation.com. They got some pretty good stories. This is what they talk about going on at the bubble right now up in Orlando, Florida. So that's once again, this is from sbnation.com. So we'll move along here. Okay, welcome to the call, our new commenting platform. This is what they're talking about. We are live, so that's they talk. This is with fans and stuff like that. So if you want to join that, you have to sign in. And the rules are: please be respectful to fellow fans. Don't be a jerk. Don't call other people a jerk. That's what they do. We will remove anything that jeopardizes our community. So that's what they'll do. So I'm glad. They have it. So please give them a follow or whatever. You can. That's on SB Nation. So we'll go along. We'll move along here today. Let's go over some more articles. Let's pull this up. Okay, 5 takeaways from Denver's huge win last night against Oklahoma City. So Denver did win the game last night. 5 huge takeaways going after last night's game against. So this is 5. Michael Porter responded in the best way possible. So he did respond in the game. He averaged 37 points, 12 boards. He also had served 44 minutes. He did shoot 4 of 6 from 3-point range. He went 9 for 9 on the free throw line. So he had 37 points last night in their win. Shot charts on the screen. Michael Porter. So he made some shots right there. He made some shots and missed some shots from. So that's how the shot chart shows. So I think, to be honest with you, I think Denver will be in that race for the in the playoffs. So Jokin went 1 for 10 yesterday. Jerram Grant went 1 for 7. Let's see. Troy Craig went 2 for 9. Monzel Morris went 0 for 3, and PJ Dozer went 0 for 4 in the game. Now, Paul Millsaps went 2 for 5 in the game. Bobo went 1 for 1 for 50% in the game. So that's 5 takeaways from the Denver victory. This is from Denver Stips. You can go follow them at SB Nation. That's SBNation.com. Switch it back in. Okay, this is the greatest pitch of Johnny Cueto's life. That's he's playing with the San Francisco in the 4th inning against the Colorado Rockies. Johnny Cueto's greatest pitch of his life, believes. So that's what they're talking about right there. So this about this young man. So once again, this is from SB Nation. You go to SBNation.com. That's the Macabre Chronicles. That's the San Francisco Giants blog site. You can go there. You see who's in here. Looks like we have no one. Let me see if we got anybody on Facebook. We're looking at the screens. See, looks like we got not many people in that one. I'm looking at a friend request on this one. We'll have to do that in a few minutes. We'll give them look at that after the show. Let's see what else we'll discuss. I'm going to scroll down. Okay, this is from Dogs by Nature, Cleveland Browns site. Despite WSJ's article, Browns Odell Beckham doesn't plan to opt out per report, so I think that's good for Odell Beckham because they're going to need him. According to Mary Kay Cabin, she's with the Plain Dealer. There is no concerns regarding Beckham opting out of the 2020 season. So I think it's good news for the Cleveland Browns fans in general. So, so once again, this is from let's see who's in there. Looks like we got somebody. That's Yusep. He wants to come in. Yusep wants to come in. I'll set him up. So once again, thanks for joining us. Let's see. Okay, let's go over this. This is from Orlando Pinstripe Post. Jonathan Isaac suffers a torn ACL, so he will be out for the Orlando Magic. So that's unfortunate for this young man to be out, but that's way it goes. That's in a press release. So they just put that out. Orlando Magic put that out about a couple of hours ago. That's after the game blowout win against the Kings. So he did tore his ACL. So that's bad news for Orlando Magic fans in general. So hopefully he will recover, and hopefully he can get some rest because I know it's going to be a long stretch going into the NBA playoffs because they are fighting for the Eastern Conference as well, but I'm pretty sure they might not be in that number. So once again, this is from SB Nation. You go to sbnation.com. See if I can roll this back in. We'll put this back on. I'll switch it back on to SB Nation. We'll back on in a second. Yep. So we're back on SB Nation. Okay, let's go ahead and put this up. They just put this out, SB Nation. Okay, Rock and Dana Garcia and Redbird Capital just bought the XFL seriously. That's what The Rock, the wrestling star, if you he did buy the XFL for $15 million. $15 million. That's something right there. Look, now Rock's going to have to build this up so they can contend with the NFL and stuff like that. Because the XFL's history has not been good. Has not been good. I'll be honest with you. They started back in 2001. A year later, they just went gone. They restarted back in 2020. They went back to where they came from. So hopefully the third time around, it can be with new leadership and stuff like that. So so I think this is a good investment for The Rock. Hopefully he can make things better for the XFL because it's been badly run by Vince McMahon. Because Vince McMahon, sure, he runs WWE, and I think he ran the XFL into the ground, to be honest with you. I think he did just to make the money and stuff like that. So to enrich himself, not for the public's interest. So once again, this is from SB Nation. You go to sbnation.com. Okay, let's go over to this one. Okay, this is from Silver Screen and Roll. This is the LA Lakers blog site. You can follow their coverage. The Lakers have clinched the top seed in the Western Conference. It's been a long road getting there. So, yeah, I think it's been a long road getting there. But they have the necessary pieces to contend for a championship. So I think they do have that. They have Anthony Davis, Dwight Howard, and LeBron James. So I think they got some the absolute necessary pieces to be a legitimate championship contender. So sure, the Lakers have been down a couple of years because they didn't have the talent and stuff like that. Now they got the all the talent in the world. So that's what that's my opinion on it. So once again, this is from Silver Screen and Roll. You can follow them at SB Nation. That's sbnation.com. So we are doing some articles. So we will go over some Twitter articles in a second. Let me move my go over to my sportstalk Twitter articles. We will go to those Twitter articles. I will start. I'll go over to my Twitter, my page. Well, let's go ahead and discuss this right here. I'll put this up on the screen. So we'll switch over our share screen, and we'll switch this to the Twitter side. I'm going to switch it over to the Twitter. There we go. Okay, this is what we're talking about. This is from PFF College. You can follow them at PFF College. Talking about Trevor Lawrence. This is what we'll show you on the screen. But I want to show you This is his numbers right here. This is his grades coming in. This is Trevor Lawrence's stuff. So they talked about they are relaunching subscription options, including access to FBS players and stuff like that, in their first ever CFB College Football magazine. So this is Trevor Lawrence's numbers right here. His grades back in 2019. This is his career grade. He had a 91.0 in his grades. That's not too bad. Also, his back a year earlier, he had a 90.7. So that was back in 2019 season last year. His snap count. We'll go ahead and give you his snaps. He had 839 snaps as a quarterback in the slot. He had one. As a wide receiver, he had one. So he had running snaps. He had 354 running snaps, and passing snaps. He had 487 passing snaps. But the running snaps right here, he had 354. So that's pretty good right there. So his weekly numbers looks pretty good. His running snaps, let's give you his weekly numbers. This is in week 1. He had, let's see, running snaps. He had 26 running snaps, and then passing snaps, he had 26. Now in week 2, Trevor Lawrence had 29 running snaps and 41 passing snaps in the football in the game. So that's what we're showing you. Now this is in blue now. Let's see. In week 3, this is week 3. He had 25 run snaps and 42 passing snaps. So that was in week 3. He had 42 passing snaps in the game. Now in week 4, we're going to go through all this. Week 4, he had let's see, he had 9 running snaps and 10 passing snaps. So he kind of was a little, it was kind of on the inbounds right there. Now in week 5, he had more passing snaps than running snaps. He had 26 in week 5 and then 35 passing snaps. So he kind of had some numbers right there. That was the abyss right there for him. Now for Trevor Lawrence. So let's see. In week 7, he had 29 running snaps and 28 passing snaps. So he kind of went run in week 7 on the snaps. Now, let's see. In week 8, he had 27 run snaps and 33 pass snaps. So now in week 9 for Trevor Lawrence, he had 22 running snaps and 27 passing snaps. That's for how they go week by week. Now his run snaps in week 10 was 18, and his run snap count was his pass snap was 19. Now in week 11, his run snap counts was 25. His pass snap counts was 33. Now his running snaps in week 12 was 22, but he also had 31 passing snaps. So that's goes by snaps and stuff like that. Let's see. In week 14, that's the last week of the season, he had 26 run snaps and 48 pass snaps. Now in the I think in the conference championship, he had 24 run snaps and also 24 pass snaps. Now the next, this is the playoff, the college football playoff. He had 24 run snaps and 42 pass snaps. Now the next one we'll break down. This is the national championship game against LSU. He had 22 pass snaps, and he also had 22 run snaps, excuse me. That's in blue, 22 run snaps and 48 pass snaps. So that's the situations right there we're looking at. This is his defensive grades we're looking at. But Trevor Lawrence, I'm see his numbers. This is defensive grades. So we're showing you right here. So this is all college football stuff. You can follow. You can follow that, like I said, on PFF College. That's PFF College. So let's see what else we'll talk about here on my page. Okay, this is from John Roethlisberger. You can follow him at JR JRFILPFEST. That's you can follow him talking about Coach Dede Bro. Dede Bro in our 40th season coaching LSU gymnastics.
Changing how I express my passion for LSU gymnastics and our university. I can assure you I will continue to express it. I've always told myself that I would know when it was time to make this most difficult decision. I have been committed to recruiting outstanding young women, building the finest training facility in the world, achieving high academic standards, growing the TAF Scholarship Endowment Program, supporting our season ticket campaign, marketing this great program, and encouraging community service. Why step away now? This silent but deadly pandemic we are facing will necessitate change in how we do everything, at least this next season. So I believe it is the best time to make a personal life decision. I've never walked away from a challenge, and I'm not doing so now. I am moving forward with this one, just in a different role. Before our 2019 season, I asked that Jay Clark be named co-head coach in anticipation of this moment. Jay is a great recruiter, and his coaching philosophy is demanding and produces excellence. I have had the privilege of coaching some of the best student athletes in the country, and I am proud of how they represent LSU and even more proud of the women they have become. For 43 years, I have dedicated my life to LSU gymnastics and to my children. They were part of every team, every practice, and every competition. I am so proud to say that they have grown into great women and mothers during this journey. I am excited to be a part of what is driving their lives and to play a much greater role in the lives of my fabulous grandchildren. My mother, who drove me to practice 4 times a week from Donaldsonville to Baton Rouge and made some of the clothes that I wore for my LSU competitions, passed away this past December. I cannot deny this expedited my thinking about this transition. And to thank you, my siblings, their children, and my close friends who have made this journey with me. When we had no one in the stands, I could always look up and see the bro crew in my section. I cannot thank them enough for the enthusiastic support that they have always offered to me and this program. To the unbelievable boosters and fans of this program, there are no words to express my gratitude and my love. Thank you for not only creating a world-class environment in the PMAC, but showing me love each and every time I see you on campus or out in our community. I will love you forever. LSU has asked that I remain a part of the athletic department to do what I love doing, be an ambassador for LSU athletics. You will see me out there passionately advocating for the university, the city, and the state that I love. Thank you, LSU, for all you have done for me and for LSU gymnastics. There are so many people I want to thank that have been such an intricate part of this journey. That would take pages, and I am confident that I would leave someone out. Nothing great has ever been achieved without enthusiasm. So let's all get fired up and support all of the efforts to pull Louisiana and LSU through this trying challenge. Let's win. Do what's important now. I look forward to seeing y'all at the next gymnastics, football, baseball, softball, basketball, volleyball, beach, tennis, golf, swimming, track, soccer, meet, match, and game. Go Tigers.
Well, like I said, Coach Bro, look, sure, she's been in it for 43 years. Look, she earned her stripes. So I think it's time right now. I think it's time for her to step down and stuff like that. To be honest with you, look, sure, um, there's no events going on right now with LSU sports, but the truth of the matter is, look, she made what LSU gymnastics is today into an elite team, just like the football team, just like the baseball team in general. So it's not like I'm trying to be biased towards other teams, but this, like I said, Coach Bro personified what LSU gymnastics is all about today. So once again, this is from Coach Bro. Once again, congratulations on her retirement. Hopefully, she will be so. Okay, this is from Bob Nightingale. Minnesota Twins moves. Minnesota Twins have announced they replace. They placed left-hander Rich Hill on the 10-day disabled list with shoulder fatigue, so he is retro to 30. Hill, who signed with the Twins in the offseason, will made start last Wednesday against St. Louis. He had two hits allowed, one walk, and two strikeouts. So that's unfortunate for Rich Hill to be on the 10-day disabled list. But the truth of the matter is, look, hopefully he can rest. And so once again, this is from Bob Nightingale. Follow him at B Nightingale. Also, so once again, I just gave you the news that Coach Didi Bro is retiring after 43 years. Okay, Tigers on Saturday, Saints on Sunday. Jabez Moore has shared his experience with coronavirus, so this is his article. Now, Ken Trahan has an article out. We'll go ahead and post that up on the screen for you. So I'm going to get that up on the screen. So we'll set it up. Let me get this shared over. Okay, Saints fans to miss opportunity in Las Vegas as the Raiders have no plans for fans in the stands. So that's what their plans are going to be. The new Allegan Stadium that's up in Las Vegas. It's a beautiful looking stadium. So we're showing it to you right now. That's where the Las Vegas Raiders will play. So they will not have any fans. So they are missing out on an opportunity. I think they are. So once again, this is from Crescent City Sports. Go to crescentcitysports.com. That's crescentcitysports.com. And let me get that off the screen. So let's move along here on this Tuesday. Let's get this up on the screen and switch it over to share screens again. And we are on my Twitter, so I'm going to be talking about what's going on my Twitter feeds. Okay. Tre'Davious Smart, Trendon Watford, Darius Days opt out of the NBA draft. So that's let's give you that information. I'm going to set that up, send that over to my share screen. So let's get this sent over. Okay, Tre'Davious Smart, Trendon Watford, Darius Days did opt out. They are going to return to school, so I think that's good what they're doing. Both of them, they can be on the team next year because, look, that two and done stuff is not going to cut it. So I think it's imperative that he does return to school and get his education. So he is going to return next year to play in the LSU. So Smart averaged 12.5 points, 4.2 assists, and 3.5 rebounds, and also 1.1 assists in games as a sophomore back in 2019 through 20. So also Walford averaged 13 points, 7 boards. He was a true freshman. He shot 48% from the floor. And also Days. This is another guy we need back, is Days. Darius Days. So once again, this is from Crescent City Sports. You can go to crescentcitysports.com for more information. So let's see. We'll switch this out, and I'll drop this down, and we will go back to share screen. Let's see what else we'll show you before we wrap up the show today. Okay, another Ken Trahan Twitter feed. Jared Butler pulls his name from the draft consideration. He will go stay at Baylor, so that's good news for the Baylor basketball program. So he is going to he was going to enter the NBA draft in 2000 this year. But the truth of the matter is, look, due to the coronavirus outbreak, I'm pretty sure they're going to not be doing that. So once again, Jared Butler will stay at Baylor. So once again, this is from my Sports Talk page, Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Twitter feed. You can follow my Twitter feed anytime at Twitter at Talk Kerry. That's Talk Kerry, TALK. So let's move along. Get that off the screen, and we will scroll again. So we will talk more, see what else we'll discuss. Okay, Ken Trahan put this out 22 hours ago. Saints cut defensive tackle Taylor Stallworth, so that's unfortunate. So it's going to be an 80-man roster this year. So it's an 80-man roster instead of the usual 90-man roster that we are accustomed to. So Taylor Stallworth is going to be released from the Saints. So that's unfortunate news for the Saints, but look, that thing goes on. So once again, this is from Crescent City Sports. You go to Crescent City Sports. Now, Sean Payton, this is 5 hours ago. Sean Payton embraces mentally for the Saints, seeking a Super Bowl amongst the pandemic challenges. So this is the article from Crescent City Sports. Let me kind of share that article with you. So Sean Payton, Bucks mentally the challenge. So I think right now what the Saints are doing right now, during this training camp time, is has a lot. They have a lot of challenges, but the truth of the matter is, I think the Saints can overcome this. I absolutely think the Saints can overcome this. I mean, it has to. You have to take a lot of heart and stuff like that. So I think I agree with this article right here, what Ken Trahan saying in this article. So once again, please give Ken Trahan a follow. He puts out good content here for the in the New Orleans area. So go to Crescent City Sports. That's his site. He has some good writers and stuff like that. Okay, let's see what else we'll discuss before we head on out of here tonight, this afternoon. Let me get this off my screen, and we'll set this up. We'll move along. Okay, North Dakota State has captured more FCS titles. They have their winning percentage is absolutely off the wazoos. They win a lot of games. So North Dakota State is the premier football program in the FCS. So that's this came out 3 hours ago. This is from FCS Football. You can follow them at FCS Football Stats on Twitter. Now, Craig Haley, he's another writer with FCS, talking about concerning the coronavirus pandemics and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and go over some more Twitters before we leave today. Okay, this is once again from Craig Haley. Follow him at Craig Haley. He's talking about the coronavirus cases all across the country. Okay, Power Skate Show with Grant Flood. Also talking about Steve Stenkuko, if I'm saying his name right. He's suffered an injury, so that's unfortunate for their team. LSU standout Jamar Chase is the highest earning potential in the SEC, so I think so with Jamar Chase. So now LSU football recruiting Sport Tigers. That's from LSU recruiting Southeastern football. Southeastern football, Lineup Football. You can follow them at Lineup Football. Lions officially open fall practice tomorrow. So the countdown to September 3rd against Tulane. That'll be a Thursday night game. We will be in Yeoman Stadium if we get the game. Southland linebacker Alexis Ramos is one of the leaders for Southeastern. So I'm hoping for this year, this team can pick up where they left off in their season, because Coach Frank Selfo, I think he's going to build this program back up. Coach Roberts did that a couple of years ago. It got him 2 championships back in 13 and 14. So I think Southeastern will be back on the rise again this year. They will be. Will they make the playoffs? I'm pretty sure they will make the playoffs. It's going to be a very competitive schedule. It's going to their schedule is absolutely competitive in the conference, but I think they're going to make the playoffs again. So, or try to go for the Southland Conference Championship. So, once again, Southeastern football returns with a vengeance. So, once again, this is for Lineup Football. You go to Lineup Football. That's on Twitter. Now, Padres to promote Luis Pacnino. So he's going to be coming up to the big leagues. So that's from MLB Rumors. Let me go ahead and share this article with you. We'll show it to you. Give me 1 second to share the article. And we'll set that up for you. Let me get that in. Okay, this is from Jeff Todd. Follow him at MLB Trade Rumors. That's MLB Trade Rumors. You can there's the Trade Rumors Network. There's pro football, as NFL and stuff like that. So that's he is going to be they will promote their top pitcher. So he's going to be looks like he's going to be coming to the big leagues for the San Diego Padres. So once again, this is from MLB Trade Rumors. Go to MLB Trade Rumors. So let me get this off the screen, and we will go back to more articles. So let's go ahead and shut off for today. Okay, let me get that off my screen. Okay, thanks for joining us for this edition of Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show. For this Tuesday, August 4th, we will be back later. We will be on Skype. We're not going to be on Sportscaster anymore. We will be on Skype for the Houston Astros game, so that will be on tonight. You can come on. We will invite you. We'll send you the link for sportscaster viewers. We will send you the link to Skype. We will call the game on there now. I decided to do it on there, so we will do the play-by-plays like LSU, Tulane, Southeastern, and Saints and Pelicans. We will be on Skype from now on, so the Skype links will be sent over to all the platforms. We'll send it over to Facebook. We'll send it over to Twitter. And we'll see if we can get the sportscaster talent in there, and we'll set them up. We'll send them a link as well, so if they want to come on, they can do that. Like, share, and follow Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show. You can follow me. Send me an email at Kerry.Wehmeyer. That's Wehmeyer. I don't want to go too fast for you. It's kind of at yahoo.com. Also, you can follow me on Facebook. That's facebook.com/Kerry Wehmeyer, the number 75. Just put the number 75. Just all follow. Just do that like that, and you can do that. I don't want you to get confused. Also, you can follow me on Twitter. The Twitter feed is Talk Kerry, TalkKerry. Also, you can follow me on the YouTube channel, the live broadcast. You can watch the replay of this show on YouTube. Also, you can watch it on Sportscaster as well. But also, if you're a YouTube user, you can watch it on YouTube. We will have this on there after we do the show. Also, you can follow me on my Tumblr page, which is official blog and page for Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show. KLW7825. That's KLW7825. Also, you can follow me on Sportscaster. That is the official flagship Sports Talk that will be designated as the official flagship. So flagship. So follow us on that, on the flagship. Also, you can follow me on the Twitch channel. We will be back on Twitch maybe I think a week after the Twitter week. So we will be back on Twitch. We'll be using 3 platforms. We'll use Sportscaster, Facebook, and then the designated one, which will be later on in the weeks. So also, you can follow me on the Instagram channel. The Instagram, follow me at Sports Talk 2505. That's on Instagram. So that's highly optional. And also, if you want to come in and Skype with us, the Skype address is on your screen. It's the same as my email address. So I will send you a link if you want to come on, watch the baseball games with us, or if you want to come on and just chat or whatever, you can. So everybody have a good rest of your Tuesday afternoon, and we'll be back later on Skype for Houston Astros baseball and Texas Rangers baseball on Skype. So everybody have a good rest of your afternoon.